Hi. So for part A of question 10, we're told a curve has equation y equals f of x. The point P, with coordinates 9, 0, lies on the curve. Given that f dash of x equals x plus 9 over x squared, where x is greater than 0, find f of x. Okay, so in order to find f of x for this question, what we need to do is to integrate. Okay, but because f dash of x means the derivative of f of x, so in order to find f of x, we must integrate f dash of x with respect to x. Okay, so we're finding the integral of x plus 9 over the square root of x. Okay, but I'm just going to write the square root of x as x to the power of a half. Okay, so what we can do now is use our indices laws and split up this fraction, because the two terms on the top share the same denominator. Okay, so we can say this is the same as x over x to the power of a half, and x has a power of 1 on it, and 1 minus a half is a half, so this is x to the power of a half, plus 9 over x to the power of a half. And we can use our indices rules again to bring up that x to the power of a half, so it becomes x to the power of minus a half with respect to x. Okay, so now we can just integrate. X to the power of a half, we plus 1 to the power, a half plus 1 is 3 over 2, and then we divide by 3 over 2. So we're left with 2/3 x to the power of 3 over 2, plus, now, minus a half plus 1 is a half, and then we divide by a half. Dividing by half is the same as timesing by 2, so we're left with 18x to the power of a half, plus that constant of integration c. Okay, so now we've obtained f of x. What we can now do is use the coordinates of the point that lies on P in order to find c. Okay, because we're told that y equals f of x, we can simply say y equals 2/3 x to the power of 3 over 2 plus 18x to the power of a half plus c. And now we can substitute y as 0 and x as 9 to find c. Okay, so if you do that, you get 0 equals 2/3 multiplied by 9 raised to the power of 3 over 2 plus 18 multiplied by 9 to the power of a half plus c. Okay, you can therefore show that c is minus 72. Okay, so now I can write out the final answer by substituting c back into this equation here. Okay, so y equals 2/3 x to the power of 3 over 2 plus 18x to the power of a half minus 72. Okay, and that's the final answer. So I hope you followed, and I will see you in the next part.